What is up, everybody? Welcome to another LSL stream. We got some more matches for you tonight. We had a little bit of a schedule change, so we have Boston versus Colorado. Then we're gonna have DC versus LA. A lot of must wins here, especially in this first one. In this first match of the night, Boston, Colorado, and DC all undefeated, fighting for that first seed for this weekend's tournament. DC just need a win to secure their spot, but if DC loses that second series, whoever wins this first one has a real running to getting that number one seed going into the playoffs. I mean, it's going to be a big deal. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's having a good night. Ready to watch some Call of Duty. We actually, so far so good, have two matches to play tonight. I know last night it was just the one. Speaking of just the one, it's just me on commentary again, back to back. Back-to-back nights, but that is okay because I love the grind. Whoa. Can you make that image a little bit bigger, huh? Right next to me? One cover up job here on what used to be a team. Yeah, DC versus LA is going to be one of the matches tonight. LA. I mean, Boston, Colorado are going to be looking for an upset there. DC have looked super solid this whole time. Got confirmation on the players that are going to be playing in this first match. We got AG, Devo, Elmit, Nam versus Kirby, Papa, Shanks, and Chip. I mean, this first match is going to be an absolute banger. What I can do is hope for some good stuff here. I'm going to pull you guys up here so I can read this. I can read chat. Not having to really look away, because while I do commentary, my chat's way off over here. But it's just me tonight, paying attention to it a little bit more. Like, we're finally able to get into the lobby here. What's up, Calamity? Thank you so much for rating. Everything gets going right here. We might be rolling right into it. Ready to commentate some matches for you guys. Hope you guys are having a good night. Who's playing for Boston? Boston tonight. We got a Goat, Devo, Elmit, and Nam. And then for Colorado, we have Kirby, Papa, Shanks, and Chip. that's going to be playing for your rosters tonight. I think this is going to be a pretty scrappy first series. I'll be anxious to see who wins. Remember last night we only had one set. We did have a team not show up, Phoenix, giving 3 maps on over to Minnesota with that forfeit. I'll be going on right over to the gameplay. Map loading up. Series layout tonight for this first series is going to be Scar, Exposure, Exposure, Den, Scar. So the 3 map special. Not too bad. They're decent maps, a lot of AR heavy maps. Actually, I would consider these all AR heavy maps. You don't have Colossus or Blackheart in there, so you don't really have a mix. Den is a pretty hard mix up, but there's definitely some pockets where the subs can rule on Den. Waiting for teammates to change over. Go ahead and flip on over to the game. These are correct. These are not correct, of course. Call of Duty flowing here. We're starting off with Shanks in the P1. Shanks is going to dip a lot of blue in that kill feed there. Even teammates taking out each other. Papa is going to be getting on to a 4 kill streak, starting off hot 4-0. As I say that, the car bomb goes off. The range on that car bomb is insane. Kirby. Long around on top, P2 is going to get taken out. We're going to hop on board with Element. Element getting off to a little bit of a slow start here, 1 in 3. A lot of this early time is going to be heading on over to Colorado's way. Now we're finally into the P2. Felt like the longest P1 of all time, and a GOAT is going to be trying to play down low with this AR. The M50 is super, super good, especially off of a heady. Just trying to play their life. Is able to find one. Fox player down low, able to transition on over to the third. That second player in the engagement is still alive. Kirby is in a crazy position there. Oh, slaying out really, really heavy. However, you're not getting much help from your teammates. You have 2 players, 1 in 6. And it looks like all of this P2 time that probably should have gone in Boston's favor. With how well a GOAT was slaying over there on top of the P2. Probably should have went their way. But the GOAT knows what needs to happen, needs to get control of this plane heady. Gonna get there in just the right time. Gonna hop into the point. Gonna pop Deddy, kinda. Left in a temporary 1v3. Gonna have a little bit of help from behind. That plane heady so strong. The GOAT not able to pop any heads off of that. Diva's gonna get taken out as well. Let's pop on over to Kirby. Kirby 10-3 on his first streak. No time at the point, but why do you need it if your other teammates are gonna pick it up for you? Chip picking up a nice double kill. 1 with the nade, 1 with the Dravik. Chip picking up a nice triple. I'm missing all the triples. Chip on a 3 kill streak. Already rotated for the new point. The scrap is not gonna go on over. Uncontested Boston. Looking to make him most at the end of that point. Isn't able to really put anything together. Chip finally gets taken down in the back. Papa and Shanks gonna wrap around the back. Look for the player that was able to sneak in. Colorado again with control. Papa doing a great job on the map right now. So is Chip. Chip 15-8. Your slate leader in the lobby. A lot of negative players now over on the side of Boston. Pop on another 3 streak. There's the 4th. Looking for another one. Gonna be looking over these players towards P2. Not able to spot anything right away. Makes his way down the steps. Nice pickup there by Papa on the Devo. Was finally gonna get taken out top blue. Yeah, a lot of heavy slaying here. Right out the gate for Colorado. Boston needs to pick it up. I believe our first reverse sweep that we saw this year was in Boston's favor, so never caught Boston out of a series. Honestly, never really count them out of a game. They could very much come back into this game and start slaying heavy, but that needs to start with Devo and Element still not even breaking double digits yet. Devo, double negative. Just about to hit that 20-second point in the hill. Able to pick up a nice stun nade. Couple of kills going in favor of Boston right now. Devo, not the aim placement that you want. You're expecting someone to become popping up around the corner. And the whole kill feed lights up blue. Colorado doing a good job breaking into that point. A go. Gonna pick up a kill on your own teammate. Shank's gonna pick up 2 off the plane. No plane heady use there for Boston. Boston really struggling to get the foothold on this map. The ground must be muddy outside because they're slipping inside. They call the Shanks. Kill feed starts to go red a little bit. Maybe a couple of momentum kills here if you're Boston. Boston down by about 100. Gonna have to play a big set of catch up here as the hill rotation resets. Colorado earning 146 off of that first set of rotations. That is a lot of time. And honestly, you feel like it could have been more at some points. You know, not able to pick up that kill off the top blue. That's going to be a big one that allows Colorado to continue to sit this point. What feels like for free. Nam gonna get taken out. A go. Gonna be hitting mid cut. Looks over towards 10. Not able to get a kill towards 10. And then the aim just became wild after that. They weren't able to time their shoulders properly. They're throwing it back and forth, but just weren't able to get any kills. Boston now by over 100 as we rotate on over towards the P2. Kirby gets taken out. Shanks and Chip last alive there for your team. We've seen this time and time again what feels like on this map. I feel like Boston can win those early engagements once the time actually stays steady. Yeah, once the timer stays steady, then I just feel like Boston just kind of folds. They get the initial touch on the point, but then the slaying comes out of Colorado. Colorado absolutely turning it on. Look at these stats right here. You see 22, 15, 24, and 16. A lot of heavy slaying. But Chip, 22 and 15 with over a minute of time as well. That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see from your players there. I mean, we didn't even notice Shanks in a nice little 5 streak. A lot of time. 211 to 63. And it's not ending. Oh, Shanks, big kill there to extend the streak. Is going to be streaked out now. They're not really in dire need of it. Kill race now between Kirby and Chip. Kirby picking up a nice kill with the Dravic there. Going to be hitting this plane heady. Going to be looking to anyone coming over from this long and short side. Papa taking everybody out except for the other team. A kill feed deceptively blue. Chip busting out the streak. Remember, Shanks still has streak in the back pocket as well. It's going to be 2 players. You're looking for a possible killer race here. That's going to catch Chip up to Kirby. Kirby. A lot of slays himself. Papa and Shanks picking up nice kills. Only need about 20 seconds left to complete this map number 1. Map number 1 is looking very, very rough. I mean, if you're Boston right here, I mean, you got to play perfect Call of Duty for a solid 2 minutes. Force a comeback. But hey, it's not over until it's over. They can get a little bit of momentum here. At least try to get some momentum going into the search and destroy to get those guns warmed up and firing. use this opportunity to like practice control with the gun. I feel like the map is lost. Here we go. We have it all tied up here for the Slay lead. Look at this Shanks. Shanks with 2 minutes of time and nearly 30 kills. Kirby picking up 1. Kirby picking up 2. Looking like they're going to round off the game with the Slay lead, and that's exactly how it's going to unfold. Game number 1 going on over to Colorado. There from Chip using the plane heady. That plane heady is a super powerful spot to be in. Everyone doing about the same amount of damage. I really like what Chip did on the map though. Chips and Shanks. I mean, that was your map number 1, right? I mean, that was a rough one. We got to see how this map 2 unfolds. I mean, the search and destroy, you just got to be better. If you're Boston, that was a super rough looking map 1. Not getting anywhere close to where they needed to be to even call that game close. I mean, the search and destroy is going to be hard, right? If Boston are just slaying that hard, I mean, Colorado are just slaying that hard. Boston's just got to focus up on trying to get like these team gunfights in, trying to play the map a little bit better, maybe being a little bit more annoying, trying to get everything figured out. But yeah, that was a rough map number 1. That is not what you want to see. Is how that game unfolded. 250 to 94, not quite 100 points there for Boston. What does Boston have to do, right? I feel like Boston needs to turn up a little bit, maybe get themselves a little bit hype on the map. I saw a lot of mid-map control there from Colorado, and Call of Duty for a little bit kind of got away from like hitting mid and controlling mid. You just have had so many maps recently that like focus so hard on these outside lanes. But now you have a map set that favors these middle maps of super heavy, controls the flow of traffic. You have good spots that can see over mid, you have good spots to go from mid. So it's just, I mean, you got to think of how close that mid cut is to plane heady, and if you can get people trapped over on that blue side for most of the map, then it could be a pretty difficult task to beat a team like that. But so far, so good here from Colorado. Map number 2 is going to be exposure, though. Expect a lot of long wraps and ARs shooting across the map. This can be a pretty difficult map to get some ground on. We're going to go ahead and cut the music because you know what that means. That means we are getting ready to load into our next map, Exposure, Search and Destroy. Going across the map. We have Devo push all the way out into dirt, P5 side. I'm going to swap these logos for you so it doesn't confuse anybody. First blood already came through. That's going to be a goat that falls. Element still with the bomb in hand. A Boston's left in a 2v4. This is not how you want to start the map off. You want to start the map off with the win. You want to, especially winning an offense, can be such a pace setter. Big kills there with Element with the shots. Nice shots with the M15. pick that up. Nom going to be calling out that player top P3 window. Helmet just dropping the ADS before anything crazy can happen. Helmet, Nom going to be running into a player. Going to spot one here. Helmet's going to, oh man, just not going to get the kill. I thought Helmet was going to get the trade there for sure. But it just didn't happen. POV from Chip's side. Chip was able to slide out real fast. Chip starting off game 2 really hot. Obviously one of the slay leaders in that last map had a ton of time as well. Gonna be the objective runner here for Colorado Peak. Thanks with the sniper rifle. We saw the sniper rifle yesterday and how it can be used in such a deadly way, especially getting first bloods. We'll see what Shanks can do with it on the map. Chip's gonna spot one, not able to pick up the kill. That's gonna be a big 2 dead there. Boston picking up a couple of early kills in this round, playing for picks. Gonna like it. Devo is gonna be an interesting position here, probably to get a kill. Not gonna spot any of those players running through the P4 side. Bomb is down, just right outside of cut. The GOAT gonna be your first player to contest it here. Gonna spot one, get some info, get the kill as well. Shanks had the sniper. Probably gonna try to stay alive with it. Not able to do it. So 1 life for the sniper rifle gone for Colorado Peak. Boston tying up the game 1-1. Not wanting to go down 0-2 in the search to prevent going down 0-2 in the series. Gotta be careful here. You don't want your composure to slip away. F15. A lot of ARs. Looks like both teams are running 3 ARs and 1 Dravik. Devo is going to be one of those Dravik players, and I believe it is going to be Devo and Chip. So those are your sub players, so watch out for them. See how they can get moved up on the map. Chip already starting to be annoying on that P4 side. Bomb's going to be watching this mid-cut side. Helmet. Gonna put a couple of shots in that player. Chip getting a lot of info. Kirby falling. That is gonna be bomb player. So maybe a nade based off of the comms of Chip. I mean, based off the comms of Devo. Nah, I'm picking up a big nade kill. The GOAT. Trying to wrap this map. Looks like they're trying to get a little bit of control over on this B side. Ooh, Bomb looking to go down here. This could be a big moment here. If Bomb can get down in time before any of these players spot it. Papa, really the only player here to contest right away after the bomb plant, but you're going to allow the super wide swing here. Look at these red arrows. They're going to take control completely of the side of the map. They're going to check every single corner to make sure everybody's just in front of them. Chip going to spot the first one. We're going to stay on board with Chip as Chip plays through the bomb site here. Gonna spot one running inner, one dies outer, and just like that, the full site retake from Colorado Peak. Colorado Peak doing a great job going all the way deep back on that P3 side and kind of fanning out those red arrows. Those red arrows completely taking over that side of the map, and they were just able to determine, like, hey, we've checked every corner back here. They have to be in front of us. And they all landed at the right time. Maybe some poor positioning there from Boston. I don't know. It didn't feel mixy at all. I felt like once we saw the arrows from Colorado Peak fan out the way they did, I just kind of feel like it made sense, like with Boston losing that round. But not super. No one's really slaying super well right now outside of Chip. Chip on a 2 streak. Gonna have a drop in an interesting position. This Dravik is really just going to be looking to watch the wrap. That's going to be a big kill. Bomb. All the way on the other side of the map. Chip trying to rotate back over to Papa and Kirby. Colorado Peak. Using the advantage of having these 3 arrows together. Calling everything out on the map. Not able to spot anything. P3 window is going to be open, so it's going to be a little scary. Who is this? Is this 8? Kirby? Kirby's going to have a big opportunity to throw a kill here, but that corner gets checked, and that's an insane kill. A goat picking up a nasty kill there. But time's running out. Bomb is down. Papa just going to play their life back here. Make sure nobody rotates from behind. They kind of had info on both these players. Papa going to spot one up top. That player doesn't die, but you do have info on him. Element gonna get taken out. Papa, I mean, there's no left alive by themselves, and yeah. Coordination from those red arrows, man. They look just so good. Colorado Peak. 3-1 in the search and destroy. Trying to go up 2-0 in the series. I mean, if they win 3-0, this is a big deal because it's gonna force DC to have to beat LA. Colorado playing with luck on their side tonight. We'll see if they can close out this map number 2 and eventually the series. Element and Devo falling a little bit behind in the slate category here. Devo going to get first blooded by Chip. Chip on a 5 streak. Not necessarily like the craziest POV. They're not getting these kills by just like running out and slamming. They're getting these kills by like hitting deep wraps, playing headies, like just playing classic play for pick Call of Duty. That's what you like to see out of a player like Chip. Hasn't died in a little while now. These arrows are stacked. They know they want the bomb down on the inside. I really like the bait and switch there. It's going to force these players down low to move. That's going to be a big kill. I'm going to get taken down. So you finally kill the player on a streak. However, you're not able to trade efficiently after that. Boston, you need to show some life. You can't be going down like this. This is not how you want to be playing. I know it. You'll be looking at these 2 players here in the stat line. 1 and 3 or 1 and 4. What is going on there with the communication? Chip, though, maybe picking on those players a little bit. Maybe that's who they're running into. Now I'm picking up a kill. 4-4, bringing themselves even. Papa and Chip picking up kills themselves. Starting to trade efficiently. Chip with another 2 in this round. Looking to break double digits here by the 6th round. And that's exactly what's going to happen. A couple of crazy pistol shots there from them, but it's not going to matter because that player was never turned back around. 5-1. Boston Brigade not able to scale the mountain of Colorado Peak. Colorado Peak doing such a good job with the comms right now. Their arrows are moving together. They're on point. That's what you like to see from a team like this. They're really trying to make a statement here with this game. Still 2 breadsticks. Do you have a breadstick on the other side? So much right on the screen, like he's got a full loaf. Chip hits 10 and then dies. Up on a first streak. I didn't even realize that. Must have been from the round previous as well. And as we swap over to Shanks, Shanks is going to be left in a 1v3. Not able to pick that up. Round win for Boston. Is it just a formality at this point? Are they just wasting time? Couple of quality of life kills there from Elmet Devo. No longer on breadsticks. Elmet got picked up 2 kills that last round. Shanks gonna whip out the sniper rifle. You're gonna be looking over towards this top P3 window. Are you gonna be able to see anybody? No, nobody is there. Go picking up Chip. Chip still stuffed out right now. That's what you like to see. That's who you need to get off the map. Shanks picks up a big kill with a nade to get a trade. Oh, it's gonna get taken out. So Papa and Kirby. Kirby struggling a little bit on the map themselves. The only one left on a breadstick. Oh man, it's gonna sense that there's danger around the corner. Gonna back out and shoulder. Gonna shoulder kind of crazy, and now Papa is left in a 1v3. Picks up 1, not able to pick up the second. Boston wins another round. Three rounds now going in favor of Boston. Colorado just need 1 round of search and destroy to go up 2-0 in the series. Chip hit double digits, but as soon as they hit that 10 marker, they failed to not get blood. I'm pretty sure they got first blooded 2 rounds in a row, so we're going to hop over with Chip, make sure that they win the important gunfight. A lot of info is going to come out that there's going to be players hitting this solar side. See all these blue arrows over on P2. Chip staring down inner, but then you're going to have a big swing over towards the middle of the map, and is anybody here really to look out for it? It's going to be Papa. Papa going to be rotating around. Oh, and Chip's going to be here as well. Bomb is going to go down on A, so that's going to be a bit of a confusing moment there. Chip, head on a swivel, player down low. Papa going to pick up that kill all the way from P2. You got to like that. Okay, now we're going to 2v2. Shanks picking up nice 2-piece there, able to get the defuse. That's going to be Chip. Chip hitting 11 and 4. Shanks with a nice 2-piece there to finish off the S&D. Colorado Peak up 2-0 in the series. That's a big moment there, right? You don't want to give them too much of a chance to come back in a series, because that is definitely not what you want. You don't want them to get high, especially before you go into an overload, right? A little bit more wonky of a game mode. Take a look at your stats here. 11 and 4. Chip doing 1,400 damage. Kirby, a really underwhelming performance. However, you're on the winning team. It happens though. Sometimes you gotta take a back seat to let your teammate do what they need to do to get the win. Big win there from Colorado, up 2-0 in the series. This is how the series has unfolded so far. We're about to head on back over to an exposure. You got to be a little bit nervous playing on this map again. The AR's really, really hot here. Really hot here for Colorado. Colorado doing such a great job getting bodies around different parts of the map and able just to play corner super well. A lot of different and unique angles that you got to kind of look out for. Got to be careful where you're stepping here if you're Boston. Boston needs to get a map win here. Remember, if Colorado win this map count 3-0 and DC lose, a lot of this is going to have to come down to map count on who is going to be taking that first seed. So this is a really important match. Just waiting for this map number 3 to start. Remember, Colorado Peak is up 2-0 in the map count, looking to get a full sweep over here on Boston. Boston struggling to get slays against this Colorado team. The Colorado team is looking super good right now. They're going to go back on over to exposure. However, this time it is going to be a respawn overload. Coming up on exposure. Could be a good map. Could be mixy. Could be pretty interesting. You're going to see a lot of people try to get control on the middle of the map so they can swing either through cut or through desert. You're spawning over on that P4 side. I feel like you have a couple of opportunities for cover to try to get a few slays. I don't know. I just feel like you can spawn super deep on that P3 side. I think this map's actually really good for this game mode. I feel like there's a lot of fairness to it. It's pretty straightforward as far as how sticky those spawns are and where the goal points are on the map itself. So far, so good here, though, from Colorado. I mean, do you guys have Boston with a potential reverse sweep here? I don't know. I do think it's just going to be so demanding of them, right? If a team is slaying like this, I mean, you have Chip going off 2 maps straight. You had three players absolutely putting up numbers in that first map, but Chip carrying that over to the second map as well. I mean, that's just a wild thing that you're gonna have to deal with here if you're Boston. Boston needs to get a little bit of movement control on the map, right? Gonna go ahead and pause the music because you know what that means. It is time. Here we go. We are into the map number 3 on exposure. Seeing the exposure once, we see a similar result, which is an absolute slammage. Papa, they try to lock down the whole lane. They don't want to spectate anything too crazy here. As we get off the rip, Papa going to be trying to get over into P3. Going to see a potential gunfight here on the P2. Overload not yet picked up. Teammates fighting back and forth, trying to get a little bit of control over the map. Elmet, Devo had a rough slaying start. Devo already 0-2. Having a rough series tonight. Rare sight though. Chip has died twice without getting a kill after going pretty much double positive this whole series. Plenty of time to make that up. Goat gonna be 5-1. Ooh, gonna be picking up the EMP device. Gonna get a nice kill there. Helmet's gonna have an opportunity to bust into the spawn and make some magic happen. Are you able to get a kill? Yes. Kirby's gonna get pushed up. Big potential for a kill here. But Helmet's still gonna get picked up. Now I'm the last one left. And as I say that, they're gonna be coming off of spawn all the way over on that A side. Now you see a grouping of blue arrows here. Let's see where they're going to push. This could be a big momentum killer here. I feel like Boston started off pretty hot on the map. However, if you get scored on, that's going to kill fast. Do they decide to go the wrong way? And yes, that's exactly what happens. A fake on over towards A, though. You're going to see Papa running it all the way back around. You're going to see these red arrows a little bit confused. Chip going to have to fly out. Maybe get a slay here. Papa going to risk it for the biscuit. Is going to die just short of the point. Players not really close. Kirby, though, on an interesting flank, trying to catch up to these players. If they get this kill, maybe another one. This is going to be a big shift here in map control. I like the play by Kirby here. Leave that player alive. Give out the calls to your teammates. Your teammates are still looking for him, so that's not good. But, I mean, if they can pick up those kills on that side of the map, Kirby's in a nice position here to keep a little bit of map control. Who is that right above him? That's going to be Goat. Look at these players absolutely trying to hunt for Kirby. Kirby's going to get the timing, going to wrap up towards top mid, especially as EMP is going to reset. Now they're in a just as annoying position now as they were before. Elmet going to be waiting for a player to pop out the back, though. Chip going to get a fantastic nade. A lot of this play is hanging on the shoulders and off the back of Kirby. Kirby able to stay alive for so long and just be a thorn in the side of Boston. Boston concede first. Colorado Peak with your first score of the map. 1-0. We hit about the halfway point for this first half. Shanks not able to get multiple kills. I mean, Colorado look like they've had a lot more methodical thoughts about how to play this game. They've looked super solid tonight. Chip picking up a nice 2-piece. Looking to catch up in the slaying department. It's been double positive pretty much all series. Looking to keep that a trend on this overload as well. Gonna have the Dravik in hand. Is gonna fall short. Shanks right now the slay leader in the lobby. But as I say that, Go actually has the same amount of kills. A little bit better of a KD, but that doesn't matter if you can't score. And Devo gonna be in an interesting position there. Goat needs to get the kill. Isn't gonna get the kill. Is gonna get the kill. Goat sliding in, jumping off the wall with the pistol, able to tie up this map 1-1. 13-7 as well. Just as I was talking a little bit of trash about how they needed the score, that's exactly what they do. Goat looking fantastic on this map right now. Shooting pretty straight. Allowing your teammates a little bit of time to recover for this defense. No counter cap happens on the map. 1-1. 40 seconds left. Yeah, the first half of this overload is looking pretty even. It's nice to see Boston shooting back. Could be a big kill here. Really good heads up play there by Helmet. Devo. They're just gonna run into a wall of defense. Significant slaying is gonna have to go on this side of the map if they're gonna want to cap for the second time. Colorado is gonna opt to pick that EMP up to look to get a cap as this overtime clock is going to hit the 30-second mark. One final run of the half. Chip with the EMP in the palms, looking to make a difference going into this round number 2. 20 seconds left on overtime. Remember, as soon as this EMP touches the ground, the round is over. Chip gonna get a call out that there's someone behind him. Only one player in front. Chip is gonna opt to just play for it. Gonna be looking for a player up top. The player is gonna get taken out. And now you can see a potential cap here. No, Chip is gonna get caught behind the box. Players flooding over the top from the P3 side. Colorado almost making a mess of things on the map. That would have been not ideal if you're Boston going into the second round. At least now they're tied. Yeah, that was a big stick, honestly. That was a big moment getting that player off of the top of the ledge, that P3 side ledge. That site just has so many advantages, right, to being able to see players coming up on the map. Forces a really good defensive stand there from Boston. Looking pretty solid on this map. Honestly, this is the closest map we've seen. We're not seeing a complete shutout. Devo 9 and 11. As I said, that's 10 and 11. That kill feed's going to be all red there for a second. Kirby going to be last one alive, locking down the middle of the map. Going to try to get some bullets into some players. Is going to do exactly that. However, they are going to fall. Chip going to get pushed up with this Dravik. And now you have a lot of red arrows here for Chip. One gets picked up. Chip's not weak. You can't be challenging him with the pistol. His gun's been too hot all night. You do have a player rotating all the way around behind him. No way! That did not just happen. You gotta kill this player, right? Okay, Chip finally falls. EMP is gonna get reset just as Boston regain control, a little bit of control on the map. Chip staying alive there was so important. Absolutely turning on that player over on that solar side. That is gonna be on Twitter. Holy moly. Oh no, this kill feed's starting to go red again. You have a crazy play here by Chip. A go is going to be the one in position here to get a couple of slay kills. That's not going to happen. EMP device is going to be dropped. It's going to get dropped weird on the ledge. This device is not going to get captured. Nobody here in position. That definitely should have been a capture on the map. You die in a weird position. Remember, if you jump off of a box, if you jump off of a ledge, and you die in the air, that EMP gets reset where the last time you were when you touched the ground. So it doesn't die where your body lands. You have to hope that the player behind you is in an actual follow-up position. They're just going to try to slam that EMP device in, and it's not going to work out. They know that there's players behind them here. Colorado making a big stand there in defense. A couple of defensive stands in a row there for them is going to maintain this tie. I mean, honestly, this should be at least 2-1 here for Boston. But Colorado able to play a really good standstill defense and just pick up a lot of kills. And as I'm talking so good about him, let's hop on board the Chip. Chip started off kind of rough in the slaying department in this map number 3, but has picked it up and now is looking to tie the slaying leader in the lobby. Papa gonna try to stay alive. That's not gonna happen, Chip. Last one alive in a possible 1v4 scenario. We've seen some crazy stuff happen on this POV already in this map. Good kill on the EMP device. Gonna force arrows to double back. You do see a lot. If you pull up this mini map, look at the presence here for Goat. Goat is gonna have to just stay alive to try to find the kill. That is not gonna happen though. I mean, every time I feel like Boston just makes up so much ground on the map, I feel like it just gets wiped out in like a weird play or just a couple of kills maybe that Boston should be walking away with, but just getting taken out. Like, I mean, the perfect example is Chip not dying over on that solar side, but here we go. Red kill feed again. They have control of this side of the map. Devo needs to get pushed up. Will there be any arrows flooding over here in time? Elmit gonna spot one, dropping down. A little bit of Hezi coming through. Elmit is gonna die. Nam and Devo still alive on this side of the map. Nam and Devo gonna get the cap. Devo, that cap's gonna go on over to you. And now Boston take the lead for the first time in any game in this series. I mean, we've seen them turn up in the overload before, and we've seen a reverse sweep come from them. But honestly, that is not what you want here for Colorado. Colorado needed to win this series 3-0 to really have a chance in possibly taking the lead in the standings for playoffs. Those first 2 seeds are going to be super important. Not a must-win as far as in terms for creating an opportunity in playoffs. Definitely a must-win for seeding. Seeding can make your life a lot easier, and here we can see the final cap come through. You gotta be careful though. You kind of gave possession over to the other team. There's this number 7 up top. That's gonna be Elmit. Elmit causing a lot of problems over here for the team. Elmit still gonna stay alive. Who is it? Nam should be able to get this watch in capture. The EMP is going to get detonated, and now we're going to see 3-1. To see it then. Big plays there. Big plays there if you're Boston. You needed this map. Take a look at the after game stats here. Everyone's slaying pretty even, but look at the assist counter there from a goat taking my map MVP for that map. That's a big stat that I look at because that's how you know that player is getting like useful damage, right? I think there's a difference of just putting damage in players, but if your teammates can capitalize on that as well, if you can get the damage, kills, and assists all up, I feel like that assist column is so important. Like going double digit assists, he did do the most damage in the lobby, 3,800. Has an overload, 2 objective kills. You know, they were just slaying out of their mind. So they did a good job on that map. Really impressed with what I saw with them on the overload. But here we are. Going all the way back to Hardpoint. Hardpoint 9th Den. It can be such a mixy map. They're going to need another performance like that, though. They're going to need a tough performance. Not necessarily needing to destroy the other team, but just having, like, being able to have moments where you're able to hold them back from doing what they want to do. And I feel like even though there was multiple times where Colorado had a lot of distance and control of the map, they just couldn't break through that middle line. Boston just played that super, super well. You gotta love to see it. Turns into a series out of nowhere. What really felt like a very defeating loss for Boston now shows some life. Boston, again, if you look at their record, they're also contending for a high seed. Looking for a 1 or a 2 as well. So this series is going to mean a lot. And then they're going to be staring at the second series of the night with DC being the lead seed, but clearly ahead on map count. LA has some upset potential tonight for possible playoff placement. That's what you want to see, right? You want to see some competition going into late in the season. There's no such thing as a non-meaningful game. If you could take a game or a map or two, or even just the win off of the top seeded team in your league, that could be super, super influential. Some good Call of Duty to be watched tonight, though. Den, I love Den. I think it's the best map in the game. I think it's so much fun. Feels even. The only thing I wish is that there was like a super narrow door or like a crawl space that goes from jumps to P1. But it also feels kind of cool that like there's a part of the map that makes you commit super, super hard to a route. I think that's why I like it. I think I do like that more, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it and talking about LL, I'd really like the idea of a deep route, or like, because you have the P2 and the P4, right? So this area becomes super, super important on the map, and it becomes a really good place to trap players. So you either have to force a committed deep wrap, or you have to slay out the front. And I like how simple that can feel sometimes. But you know what that means when the music stops. Boston, Colorado. Swapping sides again. Big kill there from Shanks. A lot of time can be earned off of the P1 on this map. Both teams need to be very careful on how they play it. And as I say that, Chip is going to go ahead and break on in. But they fall. Shanks looking to make a little bit of commotion here in the middle of the map. Gonna stay alive. He's really, really annoying on this heady. As we see this P1 start to wrap up, they're gonna have this lead. Nam is gonna be in a position though. Look at all these red arrows falling to him. Picks up one kill. That is gonna be a big kill. Stopping the movement from these players. They know Nam's here. They're gonna have to force a little bit of head on swivel moment here. Evo looking to get one. These kills going in favor of Colorado. Colorado looking pretty strong in this P2 right now. It's gonna be a lot to break it. Nam's gonna fly in the couch. He's gonna pick up a kill. Super grenades going off in the P2. Nam staying alive around the corner, staying alive on the couch's side. You got help coming over from jumps. Nam picking up a big 2Ps. A goat pushing from jumps, gonna help that player out a lot. They're gonna keep the lead going into this P3. Nobody really in a good position to contest it. Look at where a goat is though. A goat wrapping all the way around the backside of this map, looking to get over towards lobby, gonna mix up these arrows a lot, and that might force Nam into an interesting position here where they're gonna be popping up on players looking the other direction, and that's exactly what happens. Nam, really good heads up play, knowing that these arrows might be behind them. You do, who was that? Who was that? That was a very good kill. Oh no, Elmet, you need to keep your teammates alive here because this P3 can be so dangerous. You do a good job getting the wrap on them, however you're not able to capitalize it. Goat being the only person picking up a kill in this exchange. Devo having a rough time slaying again, 1 and 5. Goat 9 and 3. Maybe look at players over here like Chip with another slow start, however they were able to pick it up last round. Shanks though, Shanks 10 and 5. double positive, picks up another kill to put in their back pocket on a 2 streak with Papa. Papa gonna be the one picking up the time. Pop back arm over to Shanks. Shanks is going to be pre-rotated for this point. Kirby is going to be your support player over here in the lobby. You do have arrows kind of split. Shanks is going to die. That's going to be a big pickup there from Devo. Kirby, though, sneaky in the back. They'll be looking for this player. Going to pick one up. Devo, you know, is checking that. They're going to be super confused now. Big gunfight here between Kirby and Nom. I like the nade. I like the help. You realize that how you have help, you're going to get pushed forward on it. Chip's going to be the one collecting time. Shanks still the slay leader in the lobby. But look at that. Look at the time sharing here. If you're Colorado, you got to be super happy. This is an affordable economy for them. Look at that. 28, 37, 36, and 27. Really good split on the time there. They are only ahead by about 5 though. I mean, we've been talking a lot about how Colorado's been slaying super well, but Boston maintaining this time, and honestly, like, you gotta give it up to Devo. Devo 5 and 7, however, just about to hit 90 points earned for your team. You're at 96 too, so most of the time earned by Devo. Devo is gonna be looking to stay alive in the point, and that's a stat line, right? That you're gonna be looking on a piece of paper, and that's a stat line that you're going to contribute to winning, especially if you win this map. Picking up one. Is going to get traded out. The GOAT, Devo, in the point. The GOAT going to get pushed up. Slaying it really well right now. 12 and 8. Really good heads-up play. Getting some shots over there on the guy on P3. That player is going to fall. The GOAT picking up a nice kill there. Devo, look at that. This has breached over the 90-point mark. Gonna get taken out. Not able to finesse their way into living past the P1. 10 seconds left. We're gonna take a look at where these arrows are, and it's gonna be Shanks. Shanks with a big opportunity here to get a couple of kills while weak. Is it gonna pick that up? It's gonna be an old Papa. The only one really left alive is gonna force spawns over for this P2 side here. So you're gonna have a pretty tall task here. If you're Boston and try to get these slays out, and that's the first domino to fall there. If you're Boston, that was a good kill, good pickup. Kill the person that was influencing those spawns. You see those arrows start to force their way out. Who is it? Papa is gonna have their head on a swivel. Shanks coming all the way from red. Next time earned by Devo, who's slaying super hard over here. I mean, you look at the slay numbers, they're a little bit past even. Devo picking up some life too in the slay department. 155 to 100 when that contest rolled through. However, that player fell super fast. Gonna be the one to try to pick up this kill here. Gonna be a big opportunity for a slay. That is a big one. And can they get the second one? They do. That's gonna be Nom again. Nom and a GOAT playing super well on that side of the map. Helmet picking up a couple of big kills there. Nobody can jump up onto P3 without getting spotted. We'll see where the arrow calls out. Okay, so Helmet, you know that your player spawned over towards the lobby. You're going to pop out, stare at Couch's side. Not able to pick up a kill there. I mean, if you're Colorado, you want this time. You need this time. You've taken a little bit of a hit here. You had about an 80-point deficit. You got to start closing that gap, especially before Boston get past that 200-point mark. That 200-point mark can be so deadly because that's when scrap time becomes like the most important time. Like if you can pick up, like if you have a big lead like this, you can still pick up 10 to 15 at the end of every single hard point. You're just going to be super annoying. Colorado able to clean up that scrap time. Helmet gonna have an opportunity to win spawns there. Isn't gonna do it. They should still be spawning over here lobby side. They spawn deeper over more towards Dojo. That's because Kirby there was in to influence that a little bit deeper in the spawn. Speaking of influencing the spawn, Kirby completely wiping that spawn out. Chip on a 4-kill streak right now. Looking to catch up in slays. Was able to do it last game. Now they're playing catch up. They're just behind by 40. That is way less than what it was before, almost by a half. As I say that though, Boston get to take over the time. Good timing from them. They don't want to let Colorado get too much momentum. Colorado can't end the series here. Boston looking to take it to a map number 5. Who was that on a 5? That's going to be Element. Element 23-19. Pretty sure that's a Monsters Inc. reference. Isn't that the protocol for like human clothing or something like that? But look at this. We'll hop on board with Devo. Devo's staying alive forever. 2 minutes and 26 seconds in the point. Gotta get a kill. You gotta help out here because Colorado's catching up and trying to catch up fast. 60 points behind now. Trip looking to make a difference on the map. Gonna get taken out from that P3 side. You can't be exposing yourself to the elements like that. Boston looking super icy on this map. I mean, showing a lot of resilience. Colorado not able to pick up the scrap down there. They're gonna leave it be. We're gonna have a big gunfight in the back here with a go dying, Element dying, Nom hitting a deep wrap, but is it gonna be too late? Our player's gonna be looking for this. Who is that? Papa with the potential to pick up this player here. We're gonna stay on board with Nom. It's not gonna get callouts. You're gonna see all of these blue arrows flood over towards the front. Couch just got checked. Oh no, the person you had on the pinch finally got taken out. That must have been a good call out there by Boston. Boston though, starting to slip up a little bit. 230, and they're stuck because Colorado is just about to hit the 200-point mark, and it is looking also doable. But Boston break on in, and they can still win off of this hard point. This could be a big moment in the series if they can win it off of this. They won't force another rotation. Element with an opportunity to get a stuff. That's not going to happen. Still a close game, though. You got to have a P3 rotation. Look at all these arrows rotating super deep. You're going to have a big conflict here over on Dojo's side. Arrows in middle, arrows on Dojo. Players are going to be hopping into the point. Kirby's into the first two. Try to get a slay there, not able to get one. Player gets cut off in the back though, and that should be it. I mean, the contest comes in. Shanks though, going to eventually fall, and just like that, Boston forcing your game number 5. I mean, I feel like in the early part of that game, I feel like Colorado had the slays. However, it was Boston getting time. Devo, you gotta look at Devo's stat line there with how much time they're getting. I mean, you're 20 and 23, you're barely negative, but you have 2 minutes and 32 seconds of time. You gotta look at the slay leader though. Look at all the damage done by a goat. Sharing the load there. I don't know who I give that map MVP to. I'm gonna give that one to Devo. I think Devo is not alive for as long as they are in that point. I know they weren't doing the most damage, but holy moly. The big difference that we've seen between map number 1 and map number 4. Chip, not the slay leader in either one of those categories, in either one of those, in the exposure or the hard point on Den. I mean, that was a big Den map, but now we're looking at an S&D. We did see Colorado absolutely slam Boston on the S&D, but after watching the overload and the hard point, I mean, momentum's on their side. Potential reverse sweep in the mix. Yeah, that's a big map. The only issue here is now that you obviously want to win every series you play. But if Colorado, if you win this, you gave up a big opportunity to really take the first seed here. I mean, map count was going to be super important. You can't really rely on LA to 3-0 DC, so Now everyone's really fighting for that second seed. I think with DC being favored in that second series, I think they're just going to take the first seed. Rolling on into the weekend. Look at how this has unfolded in front of our eyes. We have maps 1 and 2 going in favor of Colorado. 3 and 4, though, Boston turns up the heat. Turns that stove all the way up to high. They're able to get cooking on that map. Number 3 wins it. What felt like a pretty scrappy 3-1. But here we go. We have a map number 5 on our hands, and I'm going to go ahead and pause the music. I'm going to roll on over. Map number 5. Here we go. Let's get it going. This is big. This is for the series. This is to keep your hopes alive in a decent way for a good season for the major coming up. Look at Nom being super sneaky. Boston looking to complete the reverse sweep. Colorado getting dragged to the finish line. Picking up big kill with the sniper. Helmet left in a 1v3. Bomb's going to be going down. Big moment here. Bomb does go down. There's going to be a player above them. It's going to take down Helmet. Colorado peak, win your first round in the map 5. Going to be picking up the AR, making sure that they get the kill. We'll pop on board with them as they believe they're going to have the sniper rolling into this round number 2. Go with the sniper. I said that they swap off of it. They're still on a 2 streak though, so I'll make sure that there are backup. We're going to be hitting this top hotel side. You have a lot of utility coming out. Goat. Going to be staring at the heady. Smoke's going to come up and over that heady, so it's going to be difficult to see anybody. Bomb's not going to go down though. Bomb's actually going to back up. They're going to play these kills from behind. Who is that? That's going to be Chip putting... Yeah, Kirby and Chip both fall deep on the wrap. Shanks able to combat that sniper rifle up top. Helmet with the bomb looking to get it down. They have a lot of coverage over on this P2 side. You have Devo looking over top. You have Helmet getting the bomb down, and Nom playing all the way back over towards blue. I kind of like this play, making sure that no one's wrapping behind. But you're going to have a pretty straightforward hit here if you're Papa and Shanks. Papa going to be the first contact. Shanks going to try to follow this player up. 1 kill goes down. You have info here if you're Shanks. Shanks looking for a player over on the blue side of P2, not able to spot anybody out. It's going to be a big round, too. Those players getting called out in the back and getting taken down on blue was definitely the big turning point in that round. That's what you like to see. Notice you haven't seen anyone over on top red outside of the 1 player. You're not seeing anyone in mid, so you know where they must be. Wrapped all the way around that P3 side. That P3 side, if you can get all the way around that and be safe, you're looking pretty good. But Boston have their heads screwed on tight. They were able to realize exactly what was happening on the map. Chip gonna be in a pretty significant gunfight. Is gonna have the bomb, so if they die here, that's gonna be looking pretty bad. Picking up a nice 2-piece there. Trying to stay alive. Gonna get 3. Looking for a 4th. Nom. They haven't spotted him just yet. Gonna be on that mid-cut side. Pretty much everything covered. Papa spots the player. Info goes out. Papa's going to overextend. I like it. Still going to get the kill. Papa with a couple of big slays in the middle of the map to secure that round for Colorado. Colorado taking the lead in the map 5. Papa's going to be the one you look out. 460 damage, 6 and 2. Here we go. Helmet has bomb. Shanks taking the deep wrap on the mini map. Ooh, might get caught here. A lot of red arrows in the middle of the map. It looks like they're going to try to force these blue arrows over towards P3. That's not going to happen. Big trades going on there. Papa getting taken out, losing the streak. A goat. No kills to the name. Going to be struggling with the M15. Chip picking up helmet. A goat needs something. A kill in a moment like this could be super, super impactful for your team. Especially a big one. Try to get some momentum on the map. Shanks is just going to have the timing on that. Able to pick that kill up. Is going to be down, and look at these blue arrows starting to swarm. A full 3 pinch is going to come in. Colorado showing that they might have just taken the foot off the gas, but they're willing to floor it again. Chip with the final say there. 3 and 3. This team needs to pick it up. Boston on the verge of reverse sweeping this team. Helmet gonna be hitting up over towards his P2 side with Devo. Look at Nom. Nom's gonna be chilling deep on the wrap. No one's gonna be there with them. They do have mid-map control. This is the first time we've really seen this play from them. So we're gonna see a slower hit on over towards this A side. You have a player in mid. That's going to be Chip. Looking to bait this player out. A goat. Probably going down. About to go down. Oh, no. Oh, just keep watching this mid. Don't give it up. Force Chip to move. Chip watching. Chip moved. He got across the door without him seeing. That's so unfortunate. If Goat just would have stayed strong. You can't be giving up an angle that you have intentions to hold. Helmet picking up a big kill there. Gonna fall. A goat. Still no kills in the name. Gonna give out the info that they're there. Gonna pick up Chip for the first kill that they've earned in this game 5. So maybe that's a little bit of momentum swing. A little bit of confidence gain there with that kill. But they're gonna have to use that confidence to win this 1v2. Spawning one. Who was that? Kirby playing super, super patient. Kirby up high. Goat challenging down low. Gonna have to play for the kill. Is gonna get the kill. Took them until round number 5 to get a kill. However, they pick up 3 in this round and get the defuse as well. 1v3 won by a goat. Really good pistol chow there. It's able to pick that player off of the gen. Good heads up play, able to stun down low, get the kill up top. Got that first kill in that round, and then confidence. Goat. Picking up bomb. 3-2. The scoreline super manageable. You're still in it. Gonna win a few rounds in a row here. Devo gonna be checking mid map. Gotta keep an eye on that arrow over there. No, I'm picking up first blood. That's going to be a big first blood. Kirby with the sniper rifle. We're going to hop on board with them here in just a second. They're looking to pick up another one. Getting a kill. Papa picking up a big kill on a goat, stuffing that momentum down. 3-2 now. Elmet, Devo have a lot of work to do. Kirby going to pick up Elmet. That's going to be a big kill, leaving Devo at a 1v3. Let's see if any of these arrows turn around. In top green. Spots one. Saw a second, but you're not able to chow in time. Do they know bombs down? It looks like they're going to be hovering over A site. I like this play a lot. You have 35 seconds left if you're Devo. Devo looking to make sure that no one's coming mid-cut. Papa going to be extending themselves a little bit to be looking over on this blue side. Oh, you had the info. You had the potential of a chance there. Like it stuffed out. Kirby, big snipes in that round. Force a 1v3. That 1v3 was super, super hard. Devo had a couple of opportunities to piece together some kills, but Papa turning around in the right moment, able to spot Devo coming around the corner. Big kills, big pickup. Colorado just need 2 more rounds to secure this. They've been trying to secure this series for what feels like forever now, for most of the night. Moment here, the stun comes through. Devo picking up 2. Papa left in a 1v2. Spots one, spots the other. Not able to pick up a kill on any of those. Is going to fall, and this game remains close as Boston are looking to tie up the game. I mean, are we going to see a game 5, round 11? I can see it. I think the issue with Boston right now, though, is they got to start winning some of these pushes. They got to start winning some of these early exchanges. They can't afford to get blooded. Kirby might be whipping out the sniper again. You got to watch out for that. You know that's on the map still. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is it mine or is it theirs? I lost connection to host. Such host, possibly. We'll see. It was 4-3. Colorado won the map. Bust it out. We're going to take a look at this. Yeah, that was a full lobby crash. Full lobby crash. Oh, no, you got it. If you're Colorado, you can't let that kill your momentum. Just confirming that Colorado should be in the lead. We're looking, wait for one player to get back in here. Maybe that was the lobby leader that couldn't hold their connection on the map. Anyway, this is how we've gotten to a map number 5. Still potential reverse sweep in the books here for Boston. They are going to be down around starting on the reset. So they should be. App is going to get back up here. All right, here we go. A chance. Boston maybe with a chance to regain a little bit. They're going to be down a round. It should be a 4-3 count. Colorado. Playing the 2. Boston playing the 3. Swap. We're looking for an interesting hit over here from Boston. 2 players over on the C3 side. It's going to catch everybody off guard. Goat could stay alive here. This could be a big problem, especially if they can get a kill. Goat is going to get picked up. Shanks left in a 1v2. I'm going down. That's going to be big. Shanks just finding that kill so fast. You gotta be nervous here if you're Shanks. You're gonna be looking around every single corner. Oh no! Element plays the barrier. Nice. Forces Shanks to push up. It's 4-4. Both need 2 rounds to win this map number 5. Shanks with 3 kills that round. The rest of the team, absolutely nothing. Big plays there from Element. Element able to get the turn and burn. Bomb kind of spread out. If you look at these red arrows and where they're at. Kind of unique positions on the map. Devo is going to be crawling all the way across top P2. Let's see if it surprises any of these players. You have Papa pushed up. Unsuspecting victim. The shots go through. Papa's going to get taken out by Devo. Devo's doing their job to do exactly that. Get the kill and dip. It's going to be Chip that picks up a kill in the middle of the map. A Goat going to be firing bullets at them. Kirby going to be left in a 2v3. Devo picking up Shanks. Shanks, that's going to be a big kill on the map. Kirby with the bomb still in hand. Both these players stacked up on this P2 side. Oh, Chip trying to get kill through the wall. The player's just going to lay down. It's going to stay laying down. And no, 1v1, a Goat versus Kirby. A Goat going to be on the correct side of the map. Kirby. Spotted. Oh no, 1 round away. Boston just need 1 round. The reverse sweep after the disconnect could be so frustrating. And after the reset, Devo and the Goat have turned up. See where these arrows hit. You have a lot of movement here in the middle of the map. You have 2 players. Kirby's going to pick up Devo. Big first blood there. Nade's coming through. Almost taking out Papa. Papa going to have to back down from that top ledge. Helmet with the bomb still. Looking to get things shaken. Shanks on a deep wrap. Who was that? Number 2, a goat, watching the very, very back. $40 seconds left in the round. Kirby spotting helmet. Ooh! The trophy comes down, dude. That's insane. This is going to be a big gunfight here in the back. Shane's going to get spotted out. A goat. Going to try to cut mid-map. Try to work a kill here. Able to see Chip. Helmet left in a 1v3. Not able to pick up a kill. 5-5. Game 5, round 11. It all ends right here. This series ends here. It ends on this round. One of these teams be heartbroken with the loss. The other one heartbroken with the potential of a win. Who's it going to be? Offense. Going to go in Colorado's favor. I mean, the reset plays a big part of that. Devo getting those 4 free kills. I mean, you have a lot of presence over on this side of the map. You get a clean couple of dead big trades here, but Papa is going to cause a lot of issues in the middle of the map. Nobody's ready for him. It's going to be number 3 up top. Now I'm going to try to pick up the rotation. The bomb's going to wrap all the way around towards B. Big moments. Helmet possibly gotten spotted. Bomb might wrap all the way back towards P2, but let's see. Nobody's wrapped towards mid, so nobody's going to be able to spot this player here laying down mid-cut. Helmet, you got to turn around, dog. Bomb's going to get planted. This is so embarrassing, bro, if you get picked off. Okay, so you know where one is. That's going to be a big play from Helmet. Oh no, again, the timing. Oh, that's a big kill. You gotta feel for Element there. Element had the, had the angle was. Oh no, you gotta be kicking yourself, especially when you watch that back. Colorado still end up taking the series after a really hot start. Gonna end up taking the series over Boston. Boston, Helmet, you had the opportunity to be in such a good position. That's just super unfortunate. You were in the right spot. You were just looking the wrong direction. You gotta feel for that player, man. Helmet's gonna go back and watch that and just know that if they were just looking the right direction instead of worrying about that mid-cut. Bomb player walks right past them. That's just insane. But game 5, round 11, victory goes on over to Colorado. Colorado keeping us on the edge of our seats. Holy moly. DC needing a win tonight. This is how your series unfolded in front of our very eyes. Look at this. Game 5, round 11. After the reset, it looked like Boston was going to win that. But Colorado stayed strong, won a couple of rounds in a row to take it. That was all she wrote. Big plays there. Oh, moly. If it was just a 3-0, I would have given that series MVP to Chip, but With it being a reverse sweep, it's kind of harder to tell. They started off really hot in the map number 1 and 2. Shanks, though, had a couple of clutch plays there. Papa played really well in the search and destroy as well. Definitely hard to tell. But we're going to be going to set up this next match. Don't know if we're doing an interview. Let's find out. Papa is going to be earning your MVP for the series. Super crazy series. Game 5, round 11.
Hello.
We're going to go ahead and throw it on over. What's up? How are you?
What's going on? I'm great.
That was you took me on an adventure tonight, dude.
That's what I'm always going for. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, dude. Well, you kept it at that level. I mean, you played super clutch in the game 5, man. That round 11. I don't know if you guys know this, but Elmet was laying down next to the barrier on mid cut, and bomb guy he was just looking the wrong direction.
That's insane. No, we did not know that.
Yeah, as soon as you guys moved from as soon as you had bomb carry, you go from P3 over to bomb site, Elmet was just looking the wrong direction. And like the person on plane heady like almost checked him, but yeah, it was just too late.
That's insane.
Dude, it was crazy. Dude, being able to see every arrow sucks sometimes, man.
Definitely.
But how are you feeling after the series? I mean, that was a big win for you guys. I know you guys were hoping for a 3-0, but it ended up being a grueler. How are you feeling after that one? Are you more disappointed than hype, or what?
I wouldn't say disappointment. It's more so like we always have the ice because, I mean, obviously you've seen some of our series. We have the ice. It's more so disappointment just leading into the match. You know, we had a few hiccups leading up to the match, and it kind of showed in our gameplay today. But at the same time, I'm kind of excited because the fact that we're struggling that much and are still able to slam teams in that way, even with us not playing our best, it just shows a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's being able to have that ice in those moments is a big deal. Now you guys put yourself in the potential to earn this number 1 seed. Are you going to be watching this DC versus LA match tonight?
Yeah, definitely am. Truthfully, I don't care who wins. Truthfully, I wouldn't mind DC winning, and hopefully I get to see them in a final one of these days.
Yeah, I mean, that could be this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully.
Is there any team you're wanting to play off the rip? Any easy dubs that you're wanting, or are you just ready for the competition?
I don't really care who I play first, but if there's a team that I ever want to knock out, it's definitely that guy's name. See, I can't even remember his name. That's how ass he is. Kofax.
We'll be looking forward to that. Go celebrate the win tonight. Thank you so much for putting on a show, man. Next time, dude, you don't have to make it that entertaining, but not for us, dude. All right,
man. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one. Congratulations.
You too.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and throw it on over to a little intermission here. We'll be pretty quick tonight. We're going to be rolling into your next match, DC versus LA. Do not go anywhere. I will talk to you soon.